Hello readers, welcome back to Nutan's Library. Friends, in this video I'm presenting to you the summary of the book Eat That Frog. Eat That Frog is a productivity book written by Brian Tracy, a renowned motivational speaker and author. The title refers to the idea of tackling the most important task of the day first, similar to the saying, eat a live frog first thing in the morning and nothing worse will happen to you the rest of the day. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, then immediately like the video and subscribe to the channel. The book provides strategies and techniques for overcoming procrastination and increasing productivity, such as setting goals, prioritizing tasks, and using time management techniques. It also emphasizes the importance of self-discipline and taking action towards one's goals. Overall, the book aims to help readers get more done in less time by providing practical advice and tools to increase efficiency and effectiveness in both personal and professional life. Now, let's start understanding the 21 ways to stop procrastinating and excelling in whatever we are pursuing in our respective lives. Rule number 1. Set the table. In the book, the author introduces the concept of setting the table as a way to prepare for the day ahead and increase productivity. Before you can determine your frog and get on with the job of eating it, you have to decide exactly what you want to achieve in each area of your life. There is a powerful formula for setting and achieving goals that you can use for the rest of your life. It consists of 7 simple steps. Step 1. Decide exactly what you want. Step 2. Write it down. Step 3. Set a deadline on your goal. Set sub-deadlines if necessary. Step 4. Make a list of everything you can think of that you're going to have to do to achieve your goal. As you think of new activities, add them to your list. Keep building your list until it is complete. Step 5. Organize the list into a plan. Organize your list by priority and sequence. Step 6. Take action on your plan immediately. Step 7. Resolve to do something every single day that moves you toward your major goal. Whatever it is, you must never miss a day. Now that you completed all the 7 steps, it means you have set the table. Now think about your goals and review them daily. Every morning when you begin, take action on the most important task you can accomplish to achieve your most important goal at the moment. This way you can start your day with a clear plan and focus, rather than reacting to the day's events as they happen. Rule number 2. Plan every day in advance. The author encourages readers to plan every day in advance as a way to increase productivity and achieve goals. Take a few minutes each day to plan and organize your tasks for the following day. Outline the most important tasks, prioritize them, and set a schedule for when you will complete each one. By planning each day in advance, you are able to start the next day with a clear plan and focus, rather than reacting to the day's events as they happen. You can take this time in the evening before ending your day, as it allows you to end the day on a positive note, with a clear plan for the next day, and allows you to start the next day with a clear head. Set a specific time every day to do this planning, whether it's in the morning or evening. You can use tools like a daily planner or calendar or a to-do list and keep it close by so that you can refer to it throughout the day. By focusing on the most important tasks first, you can ensure that you are making progress towards your goals. This strategy can help you to achieve your goals faster and be more productive. Rule number 3. Apply the 80-20 rule to everything. The 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle, states that 80% of the results come from 20% of the effort. This principle can be applied to many areas of life, including work, relationships, and personal growth. In terms of work, Tracy suggests that readers focus on the 20% of tasks that will yield the most significant results and to avoid getting bogged down in the other 80% of tasks that are less important. By identifying and focusing on the most important tasks, you can ensure that you are making progress towards your goals and completing the tasks that will have the most significant impact. In terms of relationships, apply the 80-20 rule by focusing on the 20% of people who bring the most value to your lives. This might include family members, close friends, or colleagues who are essential to your success. By focusing on these relationships, you can deepen them and build stronger connections with the people who matter most. In terms of personal growth, apply the 80-20 rule by focusing on the 20% of activities that will have the most significant impact on your personal development. This might include learning a new skill, reading books, or exercising. By focusing on these activities, you can make the most significant progress in your personal growth. You can apply the 80-20 rule to time management by identifying the 20% of tasks that are most important and focusing on these tasks first. When it comes to finances, the 80-20 rule suggests that 80% of our wealth comes from 20% of our income sources or investments. So focus on the 20% to get the most significant results. Rule number 4. Consider the consequences. Friends, you should always think about the potential outcomes of a task or decision before taking action. By considering the consequences, you can make a more informed decision and ensure that your actions align with your goals. When faced with a task or decision, you should ask yourself, what are the potential consequences of doing or not doing this task? The consideration also includes thinking about the long-term effects of your actions. For example, if you choose to procrastinate on a task, you may feel good in the short term, but the long-term consequence could be missing a deadline or not meeting your goals. Similarly, if you choose to spend money on something now, it could have negative consequences on your finances in the future. Considering the consequences also helps you to prioritize your tasks. For example, if a task has significant positive consequences, such as increasing your income or helping you to achieve a goal, it should be given a higher priority than other tasks. Rule number 5. Practice creative procrastination. Creative procrastination is one of the most effective of all personal performance techniques. The idea behind this strategy is to use procrastination as a tool to prioritize and focus on the most important tasks. Instead of trying to avoid procrastination altogether, you should learn to use it to your advantage. Identify the most important task you need to accomplish and do it. Deliberately and consciously procrastinate on small and low-value tasks so that you have more time for tasks that can make a big difference in your life and work. Another powerful thing you can do is learn to say no politely. Say no to anything that is not a high-value use of your time and your life. Continually review your duties and responsibilities to identify time-consuming tasks and activities that you can abandon with no real loss. Also, see if you could delegate or eliminate to free up more time for the work that really counts. Rule number 6. Use the ABCDE method continually. The ABCDE method is a system for evaluating and organizing tasks based on their level of importance and urgency. The ABCDE method consists of the following steps. A. Here we have tasks that are both important and urgent. These are tasks that must be done immediately and have a significant impact on your goals. If you have more than one A task, you prioritize these tasks by writing A1, A2, A3 and so on in front of each item. Your A1 task is your biggest, ugliest frog of all. B. Tasks that are important but not urgent. These are tasks that are important to your goals but can be scheduled for later. C. Tasks that are not important but are urgent. These are tasks that can be delegated or done by someone else and that don't have a significant impact on your goals. D. Tasks that are neither important nor urgent. These are tasks that can be eliminated or deferred. E. Tasks that can be eliminated right away means that it doesn't need to be done at all. So using the ABCDE method, you should regularly evaluate your tasks and prioritize them based on their level of importance and urgency. Rule number 7. Focus on key result areas. The idea behind this strategy is to identify the most important areas of your life or work where you want to achieve results and then focus your efforts on those areas. A key result area is defined as something for which you are completely responsible. If you don't do it, it doesn't get done. Your job can be broken down into about 5 to 7 key result areas. For example, the key result areas of management are planning, organizing, staffing, delegating, supervising, measuring, and reporting. Your failure to perform in a critical result area of your work can lead to the end of your job as well. So identify the key result areas of your work. Then grade yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest in each of those areas. Figure out where are you strong and where are you weak. Where are you getting excellent results and where are you underperforming? Although you could be exceptional in 6 out of your 7 key result areas, poor performance in the 7th area will hold you back and determine how much you achieve with all your other skills. Friends, everybody has strengths and weaknesses, so refuse to rationalize, justify, or defend your areas of weakness. Instead, identify them clearly. Set a goal and make a plan to become very good in each of those areas. Rule number 8. Applying the law of 3. The law of 3 is a strategy that helps you to prioritize and focus on the 3 most important tasks that you need to accomplish each day. The law states that out of all the tasks that you need to do, there are 3 that are most important. These are the tasks that will have the biggest impact on your goals and that you should focus on first. So identify the 3 most important tasks that you need to accomplish each day and then work on them before moving on to other tasks. These 3 most important tasks should be planned and scheduled ahead of time, and you should stick to this schedule as much as possible, avoiding any distractions that may come up. Also, while you work on your big 3, remember that it is the quality of time at work that counts and the quantity of time at home that matters. So always try to keep your life in balance. Seek for moderation in all things. Rule number 9. Preparing thoroughly before you begin. The idea behind this strategy is to take the time to plan and prepare for a task before you begin working on it. By preparing thoroughly, you can increase your efficiency and avoid mistakes. This can help you to stay focused and on track. Friends, one of the best ways for you to overcome procrastination and get more things done faster is to have everything you need at hand before you begin. So gather all the necessary materials, tools, and information before starting a task. Create a comfortable workspace. The cleaner and neater you organize your work area before you begin, the easier it will be for you to get started and keep going. This can help you to work more efficiently and to avoid interruptions or delays. Once you have completed your preparations, it is essential that you launch immediately toward your goals. Get started. Don't expect perfection the first time or even the first few times. Be prepared to fail over and over before you get it right. Rule number 10. Take it one oil barrel at a time. Friends, the idea behind the concept is that when faced with a large, overwhelming task, it can be helpful to break it down into smaller, more manageable chunks. Focus on one small piece of the task at a time, rather than trying to tackle the whole thing at once. By doing this, you can take the first step towards completing the task, which can give you a sense of momentum and make it easier to keep going. Additionally, by focusing on one small piece of the task at a time, you can avoid feeling overwhelmed and keep your motivation high. Rule number 11. Upgrade your key skills. In order to be successful and achieve your goals, you need to continuously improve and develop your key skills. By focusing on upgrading these key skills, you can become more productive and effective in your work and ultimately achieve more in less time. To upgrade your key skills, identify the areas where you need to improve. Set specific goals for yourself and then take action to achieve those goals. This might involve taking a course, reading a book, or seeking out a mentor or coach who can help guide you in your development. Friends, continuous learning and staying current with developments in your field is very important. Never stop learning. Personal and professional improvement is one of the best time savers there is. By staying up to date with the latest trends and technologies, you can also maintain a competitive edge and be better equipped to meet the challenges and opportunities that come your way. Rule number 12. Identify your key constraints. In order to achieve success and accomplish your goals, you need to identify and focus on the key constraints or the limiting factors that are holding you back. There are two main types of constraints, internal and external. Internal constraints are things that are within your control, such as lack of motivation, lack of knowledge or skills. They form 80% of all your constraints. External constraints are things that are outside of your control, such as economic conditions or market trends. Only 20% of the limiting factors are external. To identify your key constraints, ask yourself questions such as, what is preventing me from achieving my goals? Or what do I need to know or do in order to accomplish my objectives? Friends, in your own life, you must have the honesty to look deeply into yourself for the limiting factor or limiting skill that sets the speed at which you achieve your personal goals. Once you have identified your key constraints, you can then take steps to overcome or work around them. This could involve learning new skills, finding new resources, or changing your mindset. Rule number 13. Put the pressure on yourself. Friends, in order to be more productive, you should put pressure on yourself to take action and get things done. Many people procrastinate and avoid taking action on their goals because they don't feel a sense of urgency or pressure. By putting pressure on yourself, you create a sense of urgency that can motivate you to take action and get more things done faster. The ways to put pressure on yourself are: number 1. Set a deadline for completing a task or achieving a goal. By giving yourself a specific date by which you need to complete something, you create a sense of urgency that can motivate you to take action. Number 2. See yourself as a role model. Raise the bar on yourself. The standards you set for your own work and behavior should be higher than anyone else could set for you. Know that your self-esteem is the reputation you have with yourself. You build up or pull down your reputation with yourself with everything you do or fail to do. Rule number 14. Motivate yourself into action. Friends, many people struggle to take action on their goals because they lack motivation. You need to find ways to motivate yourself to take action in order to be productive and achieve your goals. To perform at your best, You must become your own personal cheerleader. So how can you motivate yourself? Number 1. Have a clear understanding of what you want to achieve and why it is important to you. By having a clear vision of your goals and understanding the benefits of achieving them, you can create a sense of purpose and motivation that will drive you to take action. Number 2. Break down your goals into smaller, manageable tasks. By breaking down your goals into smaller steps, you can make them feel more attainable and less overwhelming, which can increase your motivation to take action. Number 3. Control your inner dialogue. You should talk to yourself positively all the time to boost your self-esteem. Number 4. Develop a positive mental attitude. Optimistic people seem to be more effective in almost every area of life. Look for the good in every situation. Seek the valuable lesson in every setback or difficulty. Always look for the solution to every problem. Think and talk continually about your goals. Rule number 15. Technology is a terrible master. Friends, while technology can be a powerful tool to help increase productivity and efficiency, it can also be a major distraction and a source of procrastination if not used properly. The constant notifications, emails, and social media updates can be very distracting and can pull people's attention away from the task at hand. So people need to be mindful of how they use technology and should take steps to minimize distractions in order to stay focused and productive. One way to avoid distraction is to set specific times of the day to check and respond to emails and social media updates, rather than constantly checking them throughout the day. Another way is to use tools that block access to distracting websites and apps during certain times of the day. It is important to be aware of the negative effects of technology on our mental and physical health, so take regular breaks from screens. Also, people should be conscious of the time they spend on non-essential tasks, such as browsing social media, and to use technology as a tool to support their goals and objectives, rather than a source of distraction. Keep your relationship with technology under control. Remember, technology is just a tool. Do digital detox to calm and clear your mind. When your mental batteries have time to recharge, you'll be much more effective at eating frogs. Rule number 16. Technology is a wonderful servant. Technology can be a powerful tool to help increase productivity and efficiency when it is used correctly. Technology has the potential to streamline and automate many tasks, allowing people to focus on more important and high-value activities. So people can use technology to automate repetitive tasks such as scheduling appointments, sending emails, and tracking progress. This frees up time and energy that can be focused on more important tasks, and people can increase their productivity and achieve more in less time. Another way to use technology to boost productivity is by using apps and software that help manage time and tasks. Examples of such apps are time tracking, to-do list, reminders, and calendar apps. People should also use technology to stay connected and collaborate with others. By using technology such as video conferencing and instant messaging, people can communicate and collaborate more efficiently, regardless of their location. Rule number 17. Focus your attention. Friends, many people struggle with productivity because they are easily distracted and have difficulty focusing on one task for an extended period of time. In order to achieve high performance, you need to eliminate distractions and focus your attention on the most important tasks at hand. This can be done by closing unnecessary tabs and apps, turning off your devices, and working in a quiet environment. Refuse to become a slave to the bells and whistles that distract you from completing those tasks that can make a real difference in your life. Get rid of multitasking illusion. What you're really doing is task shifting. Shifting your attention back and forth, like swinging a searchlight from one object to another. You can focus your attention also by setting specific goals and priorities. By setting clear goals and priorities and planning for them in advance, you can focus your attention on the most important tasks and avoid wasting time on less important ones. Rule number 18. Slice and dice the task. Friends, many people struggle with productivity because they feel overwhelmed by the size and complexity of their tasks. In order to be an achiever, you need to break down large and complex tasks into smaller, manageable chunks. This way, you can make them feel more attainable and less overwhelming. So how can we slice and dice the tasks? Number 1. Use the salami slice method. With this method, you lay out the task in detail, writing down every step in order, and then resolve to do just one slice of the job for the time being, like eating a roll of salami one slice at a time. You'll find it easier to do a single small piece of a large project than to start on the whole job. Number 2. Use the Swiss cheese method. You use this technique to get yourself into gear by resolving to punch a hole in the task, like a hole in a block of Swiss cheese. You Swiss cheese a task when you resolve to work for a specific time period on it. This may be as little as 5 or 10 minutes, after which you'll stop and do something else. You'll just take one bite of your frog and then rest or do something else. Both the salami slice and Swiss cheese method are similar in power. Once you start working, you develop a sense of forward momentum and a feeling of accomplishment. You become energized and enthusiastic. You feel yourself internally motivated and propelled to keep going until the task is complete. Rule number 19. Create large chunks of time. In order to be productive and achieve your goals, you need to create large chunks of time in your schedule to focus on important tasks. Many people struggle with productivity because they have a lot of small, unimportant tasks that fill their schedule and leave little time for important tasks. By creating large chunks of time in your schedule, you can focus on important tasks and make significant progress towards your goals. So how can we create large chunks of time? Number 1. Schedule your day in blocks. This means dedicating specific blocks of time to specific tasks. For example, you can dedicate the first hour of your day to checking and responding to emails, and the next 2 hours to working on a specific project. Set aside 30, 60 and 90-minute time segments that you use to work on and complete important tasks. Number 2. Use the time planner. A time planner broken down by day, hour and minute and organized in advance can be one of the most powerful personal productivity tools of all. It enables you to see where you can consolidate and create blocks of time for concentrated work. During these working times, turn off the telephone, eliminate all distractions, and work non-stop. Number 3. Make every minute count. Use travel and transition times to complete small chunks of larger tasks. For example, when you fly on business, you can create your office in the air by planning your work thoroughly before you depart. When the plane takes off, you can work non-stop for the entire flight. Rule number 20. Develop a sense of urgency. Friends, in order to achieve maximum, you need to develop a sense of urgency to take action and get things done. With this ingrained sense of urgency, you take action rather than talking continually about what you're going to do. Many people struggle with productivity because they lack a sense of urgency to take action and get things done. By developing a sense of urgency, you can increase your motivation and focus on achieving your goals. You can develop a sense of urgency by, number 1, setting specific deadlines for your tasks. By setting specific deadlines, you are creating a sense of urgency to complete the task before the deadline. Number 2. Creating a sense of competition. By competing with yourself or others, you can create a sense of urgency to complete a task or goal. Number 3. Creating a sense of accountability. By holding yourself accountable for your actions and results, you can create a sense of urgency to take action and achieve your goals. Rule number 21. Single handle every task. In order to boost productivity and achieve your goals, you need to handle each task in its entirety, from start to finish in one sitting. Many people struggle with productivity because they constantly switch between tasks, which can lead to procrastination, wasted time, and lack of focus. By handling each task in its entirety, you can increase your focus, efficiency, and productivity. Once you have decided on your number one task, anything else that you do other than that is a relative waste of time. The more you discipline yourself to working non-stop on a single task, the more you progress along the efficiency curve. So have the self-discipline to start a high priority task and persist with that task until it is 100% complete. That is the true test of your character, your willpower, and your resolve. Persistence is actually self-discipline in action. So friends, the key to happiness, satisfaction, great success, and a wonderful feeling of personal power and effectiveness is for you to develop the habit of eating your frog first thing every day when you start work. Fortunately, this is a learnable skill that you can acquire through repetition. And when you develop the habit of starting on your most important task before anything else, your success is assured. Make a decision to practice these principles every day until they become second nature to you. With these habits of personal management as a permanent part of your personality, your future success will be unlimited. So just do it. Eat that frog.